Bitcoin SV basically in a real sense is a low position coin with the ticker BSV that basically has a very present worth of $28.07 and a market capitalization of $540,748,172, fundamentally but in large, in spite of prevalent thinking, or so the thought. Digital currencies have in every way that really matters, long past the purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure sellers, which is genuinely critical, which generally is very huge. These days, it's a resource class that especially is considerably managed and, surprisingly, embraced as legitimate delicate, exhibiting how Bitcoin SV actually generally is a low position coin, with the ticker BSV, that essentially has a especially present worth of $28.07 and a market capitalization of $540,748,172 in a genuinely significant manner and a kind of enormous manner. Some huge venture banks even procure Bitcoin SV and other digital forms of money all at once to basically especially safeguard their resources under administration against the dashing expansion that disables the customary monetary business sectors in a significant manner. Presently, now is the right time to uncover our short, mid, and by and large long-haul expectation of the improvements on the BSV market that especially depend on the readings of our decently especially special crypto unpredictability file that in a real sense for the most part assists us with measuring the market opinion and especially in a real sense expect the course where the market plans to in every practical sense go in an unobtrusive way. Especially at this point, the cost of Bitcoin SV generally is $28.07, while the coin presently commonly ends up at 63rd spot in the genuinely by and large positioning, or so they explicitly in a real sense thought. The said especially kind of positioning by and large truly is assessed based on the resource's certainly present value. That is duplicated by its fundamentally especially current market capitalization, a recipe that for the most part is applied all through all monetary business sectors and in every practical sense, especially enormous way. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions with the goal that our clients by and large get the most important information in regards to the exhibition of computerized assets in their portfolios in a pretty exceptionally significant way, which in every practical sense is very huge. It's likewise critical to in a real sense by and large consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its heading, or so they for the most part especially thought. On June 20th, the cost of Bitcoin SV for the most part was at $24.93 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change added up to 12.47%. 7 days prior, on June 14th, BSV explicitly in every practical sense was esteemed at $25.18, which in a real sense truly intends that from that point forward, the cost most certainly all things considered has basically in every way that really matters vacillated by 0% in an unobtrusive way. A month prior, on May 21st, the market member laid out the cost of Bitcoin SV at $34.25. Hence, the coin for the most part, has made it 18.05% move to in every practical sense, generally arrive at its especially present standings, in opposition to mainstream thinking. Nonetheless, as currently made sense of, the cost of Bitcoin SV isn't the main fundamentally factor that we basically in a real sense consider, while making the cost forecast in an unobtrusive manner. It's likewise critical to by and large explicitly keep a fundamentally genuinely sharp eye on changes in the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey, to generally basically have an essentially clear perspective on where the market in a real sense is going, which explicitly is very huge, which explicitly is very critical. This specific extremely in every practical sense metric truly is likewise used to check the strength of Bitcoin SV, corresponding to the remainder of the cryptographic money market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future presentation, which truly is very huge. To decide the by and large current market capitalization of BSV, we actually increase the coursing supply, the boundary that will basically for the most part be quite the most part made sense of later by the by and large extremely present worth of the digital money under survey, reasonably by and large, in spite of mainstream thinking. Starting today, the market capitalization of Bitcoin SV especially in every practical sense remains at $540,748,172, which frames the reason for kind of commonly present commonly genuinely positioning especially truly was referenced before. Yesterday, on June 20th, BSV sort of had a market capitalization of $480, $397, $259 in a significant manner, especially keep going week. On June 14th, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to basically truly was recorded at $485.038024 in a sort of large manner in an unobtrusive manner. A month prior, on May 21st, the market worth of Bitcoin SV especially in every practical sense was evaluated to for the most part certainly be $659,842,427 in a bit in large certainly enormous manner. Kind of complete inventory considers the quantity of coins that essentially have previously been created by different means, for example through mining, or so they in a real sense thought. These digital currencies can be utilized either for genuinely sort of dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with caretakers, or so they for the most part fundamentally thought. This fundamentally essentially metric likewise calculates the coins that basically have been deliberately transitioned away from through the cycle called consuming, which sort of in every practical sense is applied to control the expansion rate, or so they generally thought. At this point, the by and large complete stock of Bitcoin SV basically is laid out at 19,266,077 BSV in a quite a significant way, really in opposition to mainstream thinking. Ultimately, the coursing supply especially is utilized to truly ascertain the market capitalization and, for the most part, basically survey the coins in every way that really matters, current remaining in the positions, or so they sort of thought. It means the pretty for the most part by in large measure of BSV that fundamentally is as of now exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that in every practical sense, by and large, are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly for the most part, put on available for general use out of the blue, which very is genuinely critical, which is very huge. It's by and large accepted that digital currencies that in every practical sense have a circling supply between 60 million and 150 million, essentially for the most part, are the most reasonable for by and large long-haul venture, since they entirely are generally prone to sort of explicitly value and esteem over a lengthy time frame, potentially many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate in a significant manner. At this crossroads, Bitcoin SV certainly in a real sense has a circling supply of 19,266,077 coins, showing that pretty genuinely complete stock considers the quantity of coins that in a real sense generally have proactively been created by different means, for example through mining in an exceptionally huge way. Throughout the course of recent hours, the exchanging volume related with BSV arrived at the mark of $52,365,353 in a very sort of large manner, or so they explicitly thought. Yesterday, on June 20th, the normal weighted exchanging volume recorded toward the